All right, what's up, guys? Here for our second episode of Media Dump podcast. He just muted himself. Me and Nick are. I'm Dom. This is Nick. Me and Nick. I'm Dom. This is Nick. Dom and Nick. Okay. We're gonna talk about all things media related. For like the next hour, we got a bunch of topics right here, and we're just gonna go through all of our media stuff. That we're different forms of media that we've consumed over the past 2 weeks. We were gonna do this once a month, but we kind of like doing it, so we're gonna do it's gonna put sunglasses on. We're gonna do it every 2 weeks.
What's up?
You ready?
I mean, I've been ready. I was talking the whole time. What?
Trying to think if those sunglasses are gonna be. I guess it's fine. You could just see like a bright ass light right in the sunglasses.
Yeah. I figured here. Let me see if I can like. Is that better? Does that look okay?
I guess, but you kind of look weird. Okay.
I'll make it work.
We're going. We're starting. Okay.
Okay.
So
they don't help at all. They really don't. I wanted them to work. They don't.
You try it without. Let's see. Try without the light.
I just look orange.
Yeah. You kind of need it. You can't see shit without it.
Yeah, I just look orange. So I'm just gonna.
Maybe I'll think of something to put up there to diffuse that light a little bit.
Well, you can put something up there to diffuse it, and then we can get you like a ring light. We're leaving all this in, right?
No. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Okay, so
and we're back.
So let's start with the first topic, the thing that inspired this. I'm gonna start with which I'm gonna assume none for you, none for me also. Play any board games last 2 weeks?
Yes.
You did. Hey, I did not. We've been kind of really busy with wedding stuff. Skyla's been really busy with wedding stuff, so we haven't hung out or done a board game thing.
So I was late recording because I was finishing up a game of the Adventure Zone.
Yeah.
I finally got enough people to play it. Yeah.
Is it good?
It's pretty good. It's not what I expected, but it's pretty good. I liked it.
What is it like?
So it's kind of like it's hard to explain, but it's more of like a card game where in the sense like you cooperatively go through tasks or accomplish challenges on cards using the skills that from the character you pick. And it's based roughly around like D&D stereotypes, but it takes puns and like slapstick humor to another level. Like one of the cards for one of the villains is like he just has a big gun. Like, why the hell does he have a big gun? How are we supposed to beat this? And he just, figured out a way through it. It's pretty fun.
Is it like any games that we play together that you can think of?
Not off the top of my head, but it feels very familiar to some of these. It's a little like Munchkin, but without like a board to progress across.
And I'm assuming better than Munchkin?
Munchkin's a perfect game. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. It is a perfect construct.
That's interesting.
Absolutely nothing wrong with Munchkin.
So like, somebody gets to the end and then
it's perfectly fine.
It's still as fun as it was from the beginning.
Yeah, the middle. Absolutely.
And the
absolutely.
End it's like it's fun all the way through and doesn't
change at all. It keeps its fun through the entire game.
Okay. All right. I didn't play any board games. I really wanted to, but we haven't had a chance to really. And also I'm gonna have to go to my mom's. My mom's gonna watch this, and I haven't been over there to help with stuff. I should probably do. I'm supposed to go over there and help with stuff. I just haven't. Well, it rained. It kept raining last week, so I couldn't go over there and weed eat. I should have went. I should have went and weed eat
on your chores.
Yeah, and then now it's gonna rain. Like, I should just go over there and.
You should.
Now Jordan's sick though, so I was gonna go.
You should stop making excuses and visit your mother.
I was gonna go over there tomorrow, but Jordan's sick, so now I'm not gonna go. Over there. So I haven't played any board games. Weeks. Really want to, just haven't. Yeah, we haven't played an exit game. We have an exit game just sitting in our room, and we haven't played it.
Sorry, my TV just flashed for some reason. Oh, it's turning off. Speaking of board games, Jess got this cold case, like one of those fake like solve a crime cold case things. Ridiculously fun. Honestly, they have a bunch. We should give it a shot.
Which one was it? Which one was it called?
This one's unsolved crimes or unsolved mysteries, unsolved cases. One of those. If you've played it before, we did Buddy
Oh, that one.
Edmonds.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah,
I
we
haven't
did
played
Buddy
it, but I
Edmonds.
know of that game. Yeah.
It was actually really fun. Nice twists. You know, you
You
really
think
had to dig deep.
You think it's good with more people? Because we've only ever played X game just me and her. I kind of really like it too. I feel like with like 4, it wouldn't be as fun.
With this, honestly, it was fun. It was perfectly fine for me and her. We kind of struggled to get through it because we're idiots, like super tiny brain idiots.
Yeah, that happens.
But somehow we still made it through.
There's one board game series. It's like an escape game called Unlock, and I hear that one's more. I dropped something. I hear that one's more better for
more betterer.
Yeah, more betterer for like 4 people. Like from what I've kind of gathered, is exit game is like, what the fuck is exit game is for like 2 people. It's like for 2 people, and like if you want to play like 4, then Unlock is great with like 4 people. That's what I heard.
I mean, it's something we could always give it a shot. There's a bunch of cases, so each case plays differently.
Yeah,
I think there's 15 that they have out now just from this one place, and then there's a whole bunch of other companies that do it.
There's
It's very similar to the Hunt a Killer series,
yeah,
which Jess also wants to try next. So I might by the end of the month have a review on that. Kind of, I don't know, more like a suggestion about that. I'm not gonna dive into a review.
There's a board game that I can't remember the name of. I'm trying to find it really quickly, but it's gonna take me too long to find it.
What is it? What's it like? I'll try to help.
There it is. It's called Detective City of Angels. Okay. So basically, it's like a LA Noire. It's like that as a board game. But
nice.
There's basically one person who's like one person who knows the answer and is basically DMing the game for the other people. So you like ask a question,
that could work, yeah.
And then the DM who ideally has played that case before and knows how it works, then they can like decide based on like who you are or whatever, or what you're thinking of question. They can decide what information to give you.
That could be fun.
That could be real. I think that'd be so
I think
cool.
that would hinge a lot on who is like refereeing, I guess technically would be the thing.
Yeah.
Who's like reffing the game?
Well,
because you can have somebody who's really bad at it just ruin it for everyone.
Flint. Just kidding. Flint. Just kidding. I love you. But like, I feel like I could do it. Like, well, if you look at like werewolves, like I love werewolves, and
that's fun.
I feel like I'm a great narrator. There's DM based same thing. So I feel like I could shut up. I could DM Detective City of Angels. I feel like I could do that. I feel like I could do that really well.
Is that another bottle?
It's the same one. I just opened it earlier. Did you think I finished it earlier?
Yeah, I did. I was like, well, shit. Round 2. Let's go.
So that's you just played those 2?
I played 2 games just to see if it was like a fluke, to see if it was just beginner's luck, it being fun, I guess. But no, it was actually legit. All
right. So, second part? What do you want to try to get played the next 2 weeks? Just play that again. I forgot the name of the game you just said.
It's the Adventure Zone.
Try and get that played again.
I'll probably try to play once or twice more. It does take a little bit of time, maybe like 45 minutes. So it's something I'd have to like put some time.
Yeah, that's nothing, dude.
Well, it's nothing in like board game speak, but I don't have 45 minutes just to dedicate to a board game. That also works with everybody else's schedule, unless we're all like having a board game night. Like I can't just do it on my lunch break,
Well, yeah, you just play. Yeah, we should. Next this week, we gotta We should do a board game.
We could figure something out. We'll plan
Because
something.
I said I say that to myself for like the past 4 weeks in a row. I was like,
Yeah.
I should get at least me and Nick, even if Skyla. It's because every day Skyla's been really busy with doing wedding stuff. Because I'm just too dumb to figure it out. I can't do it. I just can't do this wedding stuff.
Yeah.
So she has to do it because I can't do it. I can't do it. And
Not for
so,
everybody.
yeah, so she's been really busy doing that, and that it's not like I won't play board games without her, but like I haven't like played board games without Skyla in I don't know, the last time it was winter. Flynn and Skyla came over and we played Dune, and she was out with friends. She was sleeping over at Stephanie's house.
Yeah.
And before then, it probably 6 months before then, we were at the apartment. Like
Yeah. Well, I think the last time we all played that I was there, I think it was like Logan came over and we played Horrified, but it was like 2 games and then she showed up.
Yeah, but
so it's like
I forgot about that.
Like 2 games.
But that was before the church, the homeless night. We played games there, if you remember.
True.
Remember?
Well, I mean, like the last time I played without her.
Oh, without. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember playing Katana. It was like a little bit. It was like 20 minutes, a little bit too long to like be able to. It was like 20 minutes too long. Like near the end, it was like okay.
Yeah, that's one of those games that has a kind of a slog towards the end. It's great, but it can really slow down.
Really, yeah, but also especially with the expansion, like, and the next expansion after this one that we're gonna get to eventually is
the Game of Thrones one. Sounds great.
No, that's not an expansion.
I was joking.
There is a Game of Thrones.
I know.
That's not an expansion per se. That's like
just a skin.
It's like it's basically a skin. But the next one like makes the game. So like this, I forget the names of the expansion. So the first expansion of Catan, Seafarers of Catan, that makes the game twice as long. The next expansion makes it like
3
twice
times
as long as that one.
Yeah.
Which we want to get. We're gonna play through. So Seafarers, we've only played 3 times. That seems kind of weird. Because it's a time it's like 2.5 hours, like at minimum.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to.
It is one of those slogs.
It's like a long. So and I don't want to get another expansion until we play through all of that one. And there's like 12, so we have to play it.
Really?
There's like
12... because there's like traders and stuff.
Well, no. I meant there's like 12 scenarios in the board game.
Gotcha.
Seafarers of Catan, and then there's
different setups.
Yeah, and then there's 3 more actual expansions, and each of those has another expansion with a 5 to 6 player expansion.
That makes sense.
Which I don't know if I ever want to do 5 or 6 player with any of the other ones. I basically heard like just don't do it with any of the other ones. But for the regular original one, you can do like 5 or 6. There's a 5 or 6 player expansion that we're gonna get eventually. The problem is like for me, if like we have 5 or 6 people, I want to play different games. Like I only want to play.
Because we rarely have 5 or 6 people.
Yeah, so like if there's, but like Skyla, she's like, I want to play guitar. Whatever. Let's move past that. Okay, video games. What video games have you been playing?
I dove back into Ark, like legit. Into Ark.
Yeah, I know.
You know. You've been hearing about it. It has been consuming most of my nights, I will admit, to an unhealthy way.
How's Jessica feel about that?
She don't know. I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep, and then I look at my phone, and it's like 2:30, and I'm like, I should have been to bed already.
Skyla was complaining because you're doing your thing where you don't wait for the other fucking person.
I am
He got so far ahead of me. She's like, this is bullshit.
Because I'm like, yeah, let's play, and she's like, okay, and then she's like, I'm sorry, I've been doing this thing for 3 hours, even though I said I'd play. I was like, well, I'm not just gonna sit here and play for 45 minutes and go to bed. I'm gonna play the goddamn game.
She also was saying that she has to like go back to save, and you're like, she's like, we gotta go back to base. I gotta go to bed, and then you're like fucking around or whatever, and she's
but
like,
she doesn't. That's the thing. Like she doesn't. Like I've told her multiple times. Like I'll just take care of it. Don't worry about it. If we want to call it right here, that's fine. We can call it right here. I'll take care of it. Like it's gotten to the point where I've adjusted the server settings.
I know. There's 2 different sides, but I hear her. I only hear her side. I don't hear your side.
That's the thing. It's like
I guess we should tell people that you're play Ark. most
Yeah.
nights with my fiance Skyla, who's in. the
Yeah.
room. I don't play.
You can go get her.
I play Ark.
I'm gonna text. I'm gonna text
I mean,
her. in
I
like a
play
minute.
Apex.
I'm gonna text her and be like, "Why are you talking shit?"
Go ahead, it'll be fun.
She's gonna watch it. Why are you talking shit, Skyla? Text me
Yeah.
right now. Whenever you watch this, text me. I don't care. Why?
Okay,
Why you got? Why you gonna be talking
Is
about
that it? You just
behind my
been playing
back?
Ark?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. I just played Apex. I
Sorry.
haven't played any new games.
I
Because I
played
was.
Edith Finch.
Yeah, we'll talk
I
about that.
think-
We'll talk about that. That's at the
Yeah.
end.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know when you want. Yeah.
At the end.
Just
Okay.
Apex.
Just Apex. Trying to rank grind up. We want to try to get to diamond. We don't.
We? Who's we?
Me and Jake and Gabe. We play
The
we
squad.
play almost every night. Yeah.
Like Church Gabe?
Yeah.
Oh.
We was at church yesterday. That's why we started late. Some bitch. But then we stayed on until 1 in the morning.
It was at church yesterday?
Yeah.
Wasn't at my church yesterday.
Eight church.
Mm-hmm. Traitor.
Did he still go to that
No.
church? Yeah.
No.
Okay. He was probably switched churches.
Rude. Go on.
What a bitch. Well, he moved. Maybe
I know,
he's
right?
got one closer to his house.
I don't care. Charlie used to come down from Placerville. Go on.
What were we talking about? We're trying to rank up.
Apex.
We want to get to. We're talking about getting to diamond. We're in plat 4 right now.
Good luck, bro.
Competition is fucking hard, dude. And there's like, you can tell when you're playing. You're like, oh, there's some predators just wiping the whole fucking lobby, and just
Yeah.
And then when they get to us, oh, there's nothing we can do about it. They're just gonna beat us.
Yeah.
But we've been getting some good. I'm trying to play. I'm gonna get 10 wins with every character. So whenever I play casual, I'm trying to get to 10 wins with every character.
Yeah.
Which when I started this journey, I had like 30. I think 40 wins to go, and then when I really doubled down, I had 35, and now I'm at 18 wins to go. But
Well, you're catching up.
but yeah,
I mean,
but 9 of them
Blazing Trails.
are with Crypto and Rampart, who are like real defensive legends.
Yeah.
And it's hard to win that way, and I also don't play that way.
Yeah. No,
I'm
you're.
gonna do
you're
those
more of
ones
like
last. Those ones
up close kind of.
Yeah. I've been maining Seer. I don't know if you know a little bit about Apex, right? Or no?
Seer, right? The what's his name? Or what's it? He has a skin that looks.
Oh, Lil Nas.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
there you
yeah,
go.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've
He
been maining
seems great.
Yeah, I've been maining Seer. I just got the second most wins with him. Any other character? So there's 2 scan legends, and one is Seer. I got 21 wins with. I just checked last night, and one is Bloodhound, who I got 36 wins with.
Oof.
And then all the rest are
Over
20.
here slaying.
And then one is 20, and then all the rest are lower than that.
Yeah, I remember when we were struggling to get like
One.
1 or 2 wins. I think I quit after I got 1 win. I was like, I got the 1. I'm good. I'm done. Calling it quits.
Yeah, you got to put in.
JB.
You kind of got to put in time and effort to do it.
Yeah, because it's not one of those games. Well, okay, to be fair, you can, but I was gonna say it's not one of those games you could just like hop in a random lobby and just get a W and walk away.
You can if you get carried.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That's
you
really
can,
what you do. You just play all
technically.
night, and eventually you'll get carried by somebody who's good.
Uh,
Play for 3 hours, and eventually you'll get
Funny
like
enough.
teammates that'll kind of carry you.
that had to be. I was the teammate that carried that game too.
You do. I played this one game, this one match, and it was like I did
I still have it
200
saved.
damage. I got 1 kill though, and then my 2 teammates
Nice.
both did over 3,000 and got 8 kills each. And I was like, I would rather play with Gabe and Jake and yell at each other and get mad and win
Mhm.
1 every fucking 20 games
Mhm.
and play with those guys and win every single round. I was like, it sucked. It was terrible.
I'm all about this. Like,
I hated
go
it.
ahead.
Oh my god, it was so. Yeah, but they were
Sharpen
also
me
like,
to the
so
top.
I wasn't talking to them, but they were talking to each
Yeah.
other. They knew each other, and they were also like total dicks. I hated them. I was like, I hate these guys.
I bet.
I hate them.
I bet.
So that's it. Because I wanted to play what's it called?
Apex.
No, the game you were supposed to find and then you can't find.
Yeah, I looked everywhere for it. I think he might have like lost the disc, so he threw the case away, and when he found the disc, he just put it somewhere.
Then
So
when
I
we
have no
went to
clue.
GameStop the other day, I was gonna buy like Spider-Man, and then they didn't have it. But I just downloaded Shadow of Colossus. I think I'm gonna play that. I always wanted to play it.
Not bad, not bad. You gonna pick up Mortal Kombat? It was on sale.
No, but I downloaded 11. I think I'm gonna play through the story.
I think that's the one I told you about.
10.
Okay, 10.
Okay.
Okay.
I just downloaded 10 because it was free on PlayStation Plus a while ago. So I just downloaded it, and I think we'll play through the story.
10's not bad. A little rough, but not bad.
Okay, so are you just gonna try to play Ark? Are you trying to play anything special?
There's supposed to be a game coming out. I'm drawing a blank on what it is. I got my fingers crossed. Hopefully the new expansion for Mario Kart comes out. I kind of want some new tracks. The way they explained it in the trailers didn't make it sound like
really?
they were only putting out 8 every like few months.
Ooh, Mario Kart.
Yeah. It's one of my like go-to games when I just want to kind of just chill.
Yeah, someday I'll get a
Switch. Just wait for the OLED to drop and then get it on like a Black Friday sale.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, after the wedding and all that.
Yeah, I was thinking, dude, we should at least a couple nights. Like, me and you should play.
Drunk Mario Kart.
No, that one.
Drunk Smash.
The Ghost Recon. I was like, because I would never like beat the story, you know. Breakpoint, yeah, remember?
I'd have to re-download it. But
yeah, we should play that a couple times. At least me and you. It's because like, I feel like what I've learned. I'm not. Okay. Skyla said it. Skyla said to keep like interrupting you and taking stuff away from you, putting it on me.
I was thinking.
Trying to do that.
You're good.
But I keep doing that. I keep talking about myself. What I feel like I'm trying to get better at is stopping like, oh, I want to play this with like these specific people or like this specific amount of people, you know, because I'm like, oh, Breakpoint with 4, like I want to play with 4. It's like best.
Yeah.
With 4. And like there's like board games where I'm like, I want to play this with this specific amount of players, you know, and I'm like, kind of try to learn that I just can't do that. It's just not feasible.
It's not feasible.
Like Breakpoint, and it's like so much effort by me. It's like with YouTube videos, like where I would try and I would do this with 4 people, and it's like, it's just too much work. Like I might as well just do it with just me and you.
No, I feel you.
So much work. All right. So watch any good movies?
Morbius.
Oh, we should also
talk about that one?
Yeah, we should try and. You did talk about it last time. We should try and write down or try and remember what we say we're gonna do next time, because we didn't, you know, or like write it down. Because I remember.
Yeah, that's why I was running back trying to.
I remember. Yeah, we should like write it. We should probably write it down, because I remember we picked a movie or whatever that we're each gonna try and watch.
I was gonna try to watch Dark Waters, I think it was, or something.
Yeah, I don't remember. You wrote it down, right? Didn't you?
I think I wrote it down on a receipt and I ended up throwing it away.
Yeah,
I cleaned my room. I spent like 7.5 hours cleaning my room yesterday, so a lot went in the trash.
I think what you wrote down was
Dark Waters or Morbius or something like that.
I don't know. I see. I don't remember. We all write this down.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. Okay, so I remember I said I want to try and watch Morbius, but I didn't watch that, and I wanted to try and watch the Adam Project, which I didn't watch that, but I almost did.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
we talked about it a lot of times. It's pretty good.
You didn't watch any like movies last 2 weeks?
I don't think I talked about Morbius. I think I said I wanted to see it. I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure we did.
No, not off the top of my head. I look back through my Netflix and my HBO, my Hulu, all of that. I didn't really watch anything. Mostly just YouTube, no movies.
All right. So I watched a few movies, but that's because I don't have a job.
Makes sense.
I have a job.
Yeah.
I haven't started.
Like James?
I have the job. I'm assuming they'll email me tomorrow. So movies I watched.
Sorry, James.
I watched The Heist. Okay. That's a heist movie with
I know it. It's there. It's right there.
Gene Hackman. Heist movie with Gene Hackman. Realize Gene Hackman He's a great actor. Well,
Yeah,
he's one of my favorite
you
actors.
brought him up last time.
Yeah, I
You did
watched
a movie
that's
with Morgan Freeman or something, right? The
yeah. That
not
was
I want to say it was
Under
the Usual
Suspicion.
Suspect.
I think it was
Under
Under
Suspicion.
Suspicion.
I was gonna say Usual Suspect.
Yeah. I just yeah, and this came up I think because I watched that, and it was dude, I love heist movies.
They're fun.
I love
Heist movies are
They're
fun.
up my favorite. I also rewatched The Italian Job. That's a great
Yeah, I
movie,
saw
dude.
that not
I
too long
realized
ago.
also I think Mark Wahlberg's one of my favorite actors because I'm going through
Yeah.
like my favorite movies. I'm like, oh, he's in multiple of those. I watched
Yeah.
21 Bridges. Okay, that's with.
I want to see that so
It's
bad.
it's good. You would love it. You should watch it. It's
I
got
wanna see it so
Chadwick
bad.
Boseman, the ultimate
Man's a
Chad.
legend.
That's what Ryan called him. He goes the ultimate Chad.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, was a great guy.
No, still is.
And
I got a
he's,
poster of him.
and that was really
Not
good.
in a
It
weird
was like
way.
it's just a cop movie. He was trying to catch
Yeah.
2 suspects, but that was really good. You should watch it. Chadwick Boseman. And I watched 12 Strong. It's a army movie with Chris Hemsworth about the first action after 9/11, which is
Oh yeah. The never mind, that kind of spoils the movie.
yeah, but that was really good too. I also love war movies. Are my favorite. I was like, what is my favorite movies?
There's a nice scene that's almost like Black Ops 2, isn't there? With the horses.
Yes.
It's great. Oh,
Yes.
so
But it was
good.
came out after Black Ops 2. So maybe they
Yeah.
usually people say they
Yeah.
or no, we know for a fact Call of Duty takes stuff from movies, but I think
Yeah.
maybe that movie took that from Call of Duty.
It looked great. It really did. It looks great. I might honestly watch it tomorrow.
No, I know. Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. So I
What?
watched this shitty ass Bruce Willis movie. Like, in the past couple of years, he's just been doing like direct video shit.
Oh yeah, you were talking about it last time. He did a slapstick comedy.
Yeah, but that was from the 90s, Hudson Hawk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like a movie came out like 2 years ago or last year.
Oh
Called
Jesus.
American Siege. That's like it was like low budget, takes place in like one house, and then like that was so weird. He was like a cop.
Mm-hmm.
He was like a town sheriff that was like a shitty sheriff, and there was like a corrupt businessman or something. I don't know. It was so weird. It was so weird.
That sounds great.
Then I watched a movie called Runaway Jury. Dude, that's a jury movie where one of the people in the jury is trying to swing them to vote like a certain way.
Nice.
And it's like he's like good at it, so he's like manipulating them into like doing what he wants. And that's
Oh,
John
that's great.
Cusack is like manipulating them to do what he wants.
Oh, good.
And Gene Hackman's in that movie as the bad guy.
Damn it. Really?
Yeah, it's because it's on Hulu because you watch something and it
Yeah.
says you should watch it. And Gene Hackman, I love all his movies. They're
He's
so good.
really good.
Yeah, he's
really
so
good.
So good. I'm almost done.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Watched a movie called Striking Distance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember it. I watched it like 2 days ago. Hey, that's a Bruce Willis movie from the 90s. Bruce Willis and Sarah Jessica Parker. And they're like Bruce Willis is like a disgraced cop who like turned on his own, and he was now worked for the river rescue, but then somebody starts dumping bodies in the river for him to find from a previous case he worked on. And it's like a who done it, and it was good. So it was like Striking Distance was good, but very misogynistic, dude. Like the girls
I bet.
are like,
I bet.
there's like one girl in it, and she just like sleeps with him and betrays her like job to like be with him. And it was so misogynistic, but it was still good. I mean, come on. No.
I'm okay. Sorry. I got the fridge on my bed and it
Bruce
wobbles.
Willis, not a good human being, right? Shitty person. Great actor though.
Is he really?
One
I
of
don't
my
know.
favorite actors. Didn't you never heard Kevin Smith like talk shit about him?
No.
He said he's notoriously difficult to work with. Notoriously, everybody hates working with him.
I heard a skit that he did that he was notoriously difficult to work with from Kevin Smith, and apparently there's like a second half to that story where he calls him on the phone and he's chatting him up, and they're like best buds or some shit.
I don't know what. I'm pretty sure.
I'll see if I can find it.
Pretty sure
I'll see
you're
if I can.
full of shit.
Honestly, I'll see if I can find it.
Okay. I've watched multiple interviews with him talking shit about Bruce Willis. Also,
What
I know.
movie did they do together?
Die Hard 4 and Cop Out. Kevin Smith directed Cop Out. That's with Bruce Willis and Tracy Morgan are cops. He directed that, and after that, he said, "I'll never work with Bruce Willis ever again. I hate him so much." There's
I'll see if I can find this.
Famous story that Kevin Smith was talking about where he was standing with Bruce Willis right next to him, and they were looking at fans, and they were like screaming, and Bruce Willis turns to him and he goes, "I hate the ones that scream." He's like, "What the fuck,
freaking
dude?"
rude, dude.
Yeah, apparently he's a shitty person, but great actor. I think he's one of my favorite actors too. Dude. So
I mean, there's shitty. Honestly, there's people who are terrible people who are great actors, and I mean, I don't know. Like Kevin Spacey's a great actor. He's
a rapist.
Yeah,
literally a rapist, but fantastic actor, dude. Amazing. He's so good at acting.
He's got a talent, you know. Or something about it. He's a great actor. Just wouldn't.
The movie, The Pianist. Okay, with
you
know the movie, right?
What's his name? Adrian Brody. Super.
That's a fantastic movie, dude.
Yeah.
But the director Roman Polanski is a rapist. But he directed a great movie.
Exactly.
Saying it's a fact.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm basically done with my movies. But one thing I did is I rewatched all 3 Blade movies.
I've really.
Dude,
oh my god,
they're so good, bro.
I don't know. They seem so cheesy.
You haven't seen them?
I have. I saw the first. I think I saw the first. I watched a majority of the second and gave up on the third.
Third one, yeah, but it's still okay. First two are great. First two are fantastic. He's just such a
piece of garbage.
Wesley Snipes?
Yeah. He would send like the director death threats or some shit, or he wouldn't he wouldn't communicate with his co-stars unless it was via sticky notes.
He was great at acting as Blade. Dude, those movies are so good. Oh my god, they're all so good.
Apparently, there's a scene in that movie where he's supposed to be like dead, but his eyes are supposed to be open, and he refused to have his eyes open for the scene because apparently they had to record with his eyes open for longer than he was comfortable. So he just closed his eyes and made them CG him open. It's like, come on, man.
Okay, so
what are you doing?
Last time when so there's one movie where I think you should watch. Okay, I would recommend. I want you to watch it. It's called The Negotiator. Okay, it's got What?
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. I think I've seen it, but go ahead.
We didn't talk about this because I got it confused with a different movie, which now I can't.
It's a Kevin Spacey.
Oh, it's In the Line of Fire in it. Yeah,
it's a great movie.
You seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it. It used to come up on like the USA channel.
That movie's fantastic. Oh my god,
it's great.
And after watching like the last scene, then I realized, I've seen this before. Like I've seen that last scene before. I don't know if I've seen the movie, but I definitely saw that last scene. But that movie's so good. So you have watched it? Okay, I get that. 10 out of 10. It's so good.
I love that scene where he's like laying on the ground, the guy's talking to him, and then like everybody's like knows the thing. You know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to spoil it. Great scene. Love it.
Dude, that movie's so good. All right. That's all the movies I've watched.
Nice.
You watched none. So any movies you want to try and watch the next 2 weeks? I'm gonna watch The Adam Project in the next.
I keep wanting to watch movies that I don't know the titles for. There's one I want to watch. It has a guy in it. I don't remember what it was called.
All right, a movie with a guy.
Yep.
All right.
I could Google it. But,
all right. So have you watched any TV shows? I've watched literally none because my brother, because I lost my Disney Plus, because I paid for a full year a year ago, and then it just ran out, and I haven't paid for it again. And I want to use my brother's, but
you got to bribe him.
He has to be here. He hasn't come over in 2 weeks. Because you can't I don't know how to. You can't on the PlayStation. I don't think you can input like an email and a password. You have to have the phone open and go to. You have to go to
You have to go to like an app or something.
Yeah,
punch in the passcode.
I think you have to go to the website on your phone and then punch in the code.
Yeah.
Something like that. And I just need him here. I just need him here, and he hasn't come over.
Yeah. No, it makes sense, especially for the PlayStation. It's always that like garbage authentication stuff.
Or maybe you could do it, but I couldn't figure it out, and then I just gave up. And I'll just wait for him to come over. He said he's coming over Wednesday.
It is easier. So. It is a little easier than trying to like type everything in with a controller. Shows. I just got caught up on Moon Knight today. It's looking great. I honestly am thinking.
It's great, right? I've seen memes and stuff. Everybody says it's good, right?
It's good. Honestly, I really like it. I like the direction taking it. I like the way they just. It feels like they're writing themselves into a circle, and then they do something. Which, if you watch it, you'll know what I mean. And it's like, oh, that's cool. I really hope they like circle back. If they don't, though, it's perfectly fine. It's gotten to the point where I'm honestly getting invested in the story to the point where it's like I would be okay with buying like the comics for this to dig in deeper. It's pretty good. Like the acting, like the cast choice, phenomenal. It's checking all the boxes, honestly. Other than Moon Knight, there was something else I was watching. What was it? Oh, I keep seeing clips from Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. Or it's like I posted something on Facebook, like a video, and I like rewatched it, and now it keeps popping up with more clips, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna turn this away. This is a great scene. But the show's full of great scenes, so I'm basically just watching the show in like 5-minute clips. Just be like, oh, that's a funny cat video of Breaking Bad.
Of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul?
Yeah.
Have you seen Better Call Saul or like no?
No, I've seen like the first 5 episodes, and everybody's like, keep going. It's great. Keep going. It's great. It's almost wrapped. They almost finished it.
I just saw that Aaron Paul played 17-year-old Jesse Pinkman as a 41-year-old on Better Call Saul like a couple weeks ago or something.
Oh, gosh.
And people were like, he's 41, dude. He's playing a 17-year-old.
Well, that's like Saul. There's a scene where he plays a younger version. I think it's like a 25-year-old version of himself, and all they did was just put a mullet on him. Like they
know what they're doing. They know it. They know it's like funny.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I love. They know they're like.
They didn't do makeup or anything. They put him in like some older clothes.
Funny.
He just has a mullet. I was like,
they know what they're doing.
Fucking hilarious.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Like a week ago, I did. So sometimes I'll go. I don't rewatch it an hour long shows ever. I don't rewatch it, but I'll skim through the episode.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that a lot.
That's why I love about clips.
So like 5 years ago, whatever, I watched all of Stargate SG-1, and since then, I have skimmed through every single episode of Stargate SG-1 2 different times. So I basically rewatched it like 3 times in the past 5 years. But I just like skip past all the boring shit, like
like
really
the filler
long
stuff.
talking. I'm like skip, or like a big chunk of like 10 minutes of like nothing basically happening. I just skip, and I'm like, I'll just watch the action or the good parts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just did that with the first 4 episodes of Breaking Bad like a week ago, and I was like, maybe I'll go through the whole thing. I just haven't done it.
Well,
yet.
Breaking Bad has a little bit of a slow start. There's a bug on my wall.
I think I'm gonna do that within this next week. Maybe I'll skim through more of it.
He's back.
Because I just wanted to get to like the tub. I got to like the tub breaking, and then like that's when I stopped. I like just got to the tub breaking.
Yeah.
And then I stopped, but I'm thinking maybe I'll go through it again.
No, you got to get to the I'm the one who knocks, then you can give up. Or not give up. Pass. Move on. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to watch the final season.
Yo. I told you about what happened with me in the final season, right?
No, you got it spoiled, or?
I mean, technically, yes. So Netflix was behind, obviously, and they finally put the last season up. But how they did it is they put the first half up and then waited 6 months to put the second half up. Yeah. Oh God. So I'll still tell the story. I watched all the way through it, and it gets to the part where like everything's working out. I mean, if you've seen the show, you know. But everything's like working out.
I remember this. Oh, that's so good.
And I got to like episode 3 or 4. I think it was maybe 4 or 5. But it was like, yeah, no, it's like gets his, right off into the sunset. and everybody else gets screwed. It's like, okay, that's not how I thought this was going to turn out, but it makes sense. Like, this show throws a lot of curveballs at you, so it's like, oh, I didn't
That's
expect
so
this
good,
character
dude.
to
Oh
die
my
or that
God.
thing to happen. I genuinely thought they were ending it after like episode 4 or 5. I mean, it's like, no,
I can't.
he gets this
Oh my
whole
God.
thing,
Oh, it's so
not to
funny.
spoil too much, but it's like he gets this whole thing and then shit starts going sideways. It's like, no, 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 no. It gets so much worse. It's like, wait, what? What? No, I just finished it. It's like, no, they just put the last episodes out like 2 weeks ago. Oh God,
So
it was
good.
so obnoxious. Like I really thought they ended the show. It's like Walt's the only one that comes out on top. You know? And it just got so rough, so bad, so fast. It's surprising that that show takes place across just like 2 years. Because I think that first episode's on his 50th birthday.
Yeah. And then he's 52, right? Is that how?
Yeah, the last episode's on his 52nd birthday.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
Yeah, I don't really
Worth
like
every award.
I didn't really like the ending.
No,
Personally.
no.
It's
The
because
ending.
yeah,
They kept going.
it's because nothing what I wanted to happen happened in like the whole last show.
Yeah.
And they're like, and like, I don't know. I've like said this before, and people are like, "Well, that's good. Just because you wanted it to happen doesn't mean." I'm like, yeah, but like, that's
There's
what I
gotta be
wanted
other
to.
people,
Like,
right?
I could like not. I don't. I could. That's a valid point. I feel like, oh, I didn't like it because it didn't do what I wanted it to do.
Yeah.
And I didn't like what it did because I wanted to do what I want to do. No, I feel like that's valid. To some people, it's not. Some people have gotten mad at me a couple times.
No, it makes sense because it's also like you want that to happen because it's setting that up for you mentally. Like, oh, they're going in this direction. Let's see how this plays out. Which again is why I thought it's like it's odd how they're gonna end it where they're ending it, but I mean it fits. It's not what I expected, but it works. And then there's 4 more episodes, and it's like, well, this is kind of how I thought it would turn out, but still a little different. I mean, it was a weird ending, but it's still a great ending in my opinion. They couldn't really end that show any other way.
I get that's kind of true. What they did what they did in that last season, they couldn't really. It had to end the way it ended. The last but he's like,
it leaves too many doors open. They had to start closing them.
I feel like if it had just ended before the last season, like there's a scene of like Hank on the thing, right? If they like didn't have that scene and then it just ended, that would have been fine to me. Because it ended on like a really high note and it was like done, and then it was like not done.
Well, I think that was like right around. I don't know if it was right around the writer's strike or if they weren't certain they were getting another season.
I don't know.
So I think they wrapped everything up and then they had that scene just in case they got another season. But I'm not certain. That's something to Google.
All right. All right. Next thing is YouTube. What have you been watching on YouTube?
I don't know if I started after the last episode of this or if I started before, but I keep getting random suggestions to watch somebody's playthrough, like 100-day playthrough of like random survival games where it's like I played 100 days on Minecraft, hardcore. I keep getting those and it's like, all right, I'll just put it on the background and just listen to it and see if this guy can make it. But a lot of that or clips from Breaking Bad, nothing too crazy, nothing new. It's just a lot of like the reruns.
What you go?
I got one.
Yep.
Sorry. Something like Circle Back Around. I've already seen it, but it's something new, I guess, to us. There's an unofficial YouTube series of Ed, and Eddie that has like 3 episodes. So it's a fan created series. It's called Peach Creek. It's just somebody's interpretation. It's from like a year ago, but it's somebody's interpretation.
Oh, they're like older?
Ed, and Eddie, older, like out of high school, but they're still in the cul-de-sac. But it's how Ed, and Eddie solve adult problems in like short 5-minute episodes.
Was that the name of the
street?
School?
Not
the street. Was the street?
Well, I don't think they ever say the name of the cul-de-sac, but it might be on a sign.
That's from a show. I feel
Peach
like.
Creek.
I feel like Peach Creek is from isn't that from a show?
Yeah. I was reading up on it right before we started, and apparently the creator or the writer put out 3 episodes, and the rest of like their mini season
It's not a real
was
show.
leaked.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
it's not. It's unofficial.
No, not a
Um,
I'm sorry. I meant not a real
oh,
street.
oh, okay.
Is that from Sunny or
Um,
just from...
their script got leaked on Reddit, so it's like, well, you know what's coming, so I'm just gonna take some time to animate it, or I'm gonna take some time to like polish it. And they haven't updated it in a year, which I don't know if that means they just gave up on it, but they're still active on like Twitter and stuff. So I'll try to keep an eye on it. If they post
Yes.
anything, I'll definitely
Yeah, that was
bring
the
it
name
up.
of that was the name of their school.
Peach Creek
Yes,
makes sense.
that makes sense. There you go.
Yeah,
I knew it.
I
I
mean,
knew
that's
it. I
honestly
knew it.
funny.
I knew it had to be from. I
Yeah,
was like, nice, definitely from a cartoon. Like that was in my head.
yeah, but yeah, it's funny. I mean, they're definitely like, it's definitely worth the watch. I mean, it's
I'll
maybe
watch
like
it.
15
I'll watch an
minutes.
official editing reboot.
It's fun to just kind of pass the
You're
time.
talking
It's
about
like
bringing
15
Futurama.
minutes.
You're gonna bring Futurama back?
Ugh.
What? Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Futurama's so bad.
Yeah.
Family Guy is so much better.
They were or whatever his name was, is the guy John DiMaggio.
Uh-huh.
He was like, he went on Twitter like, he's like, I'm not
Joe DiMaggio.
Joe DiMaggio.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
He went
It
on
doesn't matter,
Twitter
yeah.
and he was like, I'm not doing it
He's
because
not gonna watch this.
they won't.
Pay
It
him
was like a
or
pay
something.
dispute, but he said also like everybody else. He's like, I'm not getting paid enough. Also, everybody else isn't getting paid enough. He's like, I'm not saying just I want more billing. I want everybody to get more billing. And then I guess they gave everybody more billing because they were like, we need him, dude. He's like a big name.
Honestly, I think the person who was getting paid the most was, what was his name? Billy West.
Well, yeah, it's
was
Billy West, dude.
Yeah, but that was one of the arguments. It's like, he's one of those people who has a not so nice history with other people,
Yeah.
but is great at his job. Like, I hear a lot of fan interactions where it's like, he's not what I thought he was gonna be, and it kind of like rubbed me the wrong way. So I don't know if I'm still a fan.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Like, he might have taken a pay cut, or they all just banded together and were like, no, we're not doing it unless we all get paid more. Which they should.
You know, the guy who
the show
I
made
just saw
so
this,
much money.
I'm assuming it was true. It was on Instagram, I
Mhm.
think. And it was like the salaries of the people in the new Spider-Man. And it was like Tom Holland, 10 million, Zendaya, 8 million. And it was like the guy who plays Ned, I forget his name. It was like 750,000. I was like, that's it?
Yeah.
I was like, what? That's it, dude?
To be fair,
Come
he's in
on.
that movie for like 12 minutes.
I don't care. At least $1 million, dude. I guess they're like, he's replaceable. They're like, we can replace him.
True.
So they tell him probably like, we can't replace Tom Holland. They ain't replacing Zendaya at this point, at this time. Okay?
Yeah.
You could,
or it's like,
him.
we could just kill your character. Yeah. And then we won't pay you anything. Yeah.
You could.
Yeah.
That'd suck.
No, it definitely would suck, but I mean, it makes sense. Honestly, I don't think he's. I don't want to spoil anything. I don't think he's coming back for any of the other movies they put out.
Whatever.
He's great. He
Let's
really
move
is.
on. We're talking about YouTube. I don't know how this got to this.
Pay increases.
Oh, dude, I've been watching a lot. We talked about this before, but I've been watching a lot of zombie videos, dude.
It's so.
Dude, this guy's got
there's
this series. There's like this hardest zombies quiz in the world.
Quiz?
Yeah, and he's like,
yo,
this
I
guy's
got
quizzing
this.
people. Yeah, but he's quizzing people with like Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4 zombie stuff.
Well,
no, actually, it's really annoying because the people that he's quizzing, they are like, they're like, I don't know that much about Black Ops 2 and before stuff. I only know the Black Ops 3 and 4 stuff. And I'm like, I only want the Black Ops 2 and before. All of this Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4,
anything from World at
Cold
War
to
shit,
shit,
maybe the other Black Ops 2.
Just give me Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1.
World at War,
even World at War, I don't know half the goddamn things. Give me Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, and I can get like some of the questions.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, depending on how deep they dive, I could probably hit most of those.
No, it's the hardest. It's the series. It's called the hardest zombie quiz.
Okay.
Ever.
It's hard. I mean, yeah,
dude,
they're like, what's Richtofen's middle name? It's like, I have no fucking clue.
It's harder than that, dude.
Yeah.
Who says the line like blank and in what game?
Ooh,
The one
I could
line.
probably
Say one
say
time. Like,
if it's one of the main characters, I could probably get that. But yeah, send me the link and I'll definitely watch it tonight or something.
Yeah.
Oh, my eyeball.
And Jesus, I've been watching a lot of those. Those are so good, dude.
Sorry, I had a scumbag eyelash fall in my eye.
And dude, hey, we should try and film some zombie videos. You want to try and film zombie videos, dude?
Funny enough, I got my jug fridge literally right here. Hold the
dude,
phone.
So going back to I mentioned this before. Where, okay, I think the next few things will be real quick. I'm assuming, so we can get into this a little bit. I mentioned this before, where I'm trying to get more in the mindset of not having like not having to do this with this specific people, this specific amount of people. So it's before, I remember we feel like one video of it was like a first room challenge, right? I don't know if you remember, this was on Buried. I really want to do first room challenge on Buried. And
so rough.
And well, two things happened. It was like it takes so long to like get it going because I gotta coordinate with 3 other people and myself and like trying to figure out how exactly when to do and stuff like that. And so that was annoying. And that took a while, and it was hard. And then also, well, when it was me and you and then 2 of our other friends. So Nick, when it comes to you, not really now, but back then, dude, before we moved, every fucking day, you're like, I gotta do this for my house. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta do this.
Yo, I
stopped fucking annoying, dude.
So much. I quit doing that as soon as we left. I quit doing that.
Dude, it was. I'm telling you, that was so frustrating back then, dude. I'm so mad at you. I'm like, Nick, just tell them I'm like, can't you like not do it for like 45 minutes for us to film this video and then do it afterwards? You're like, no. I'm like, what do you mean no?
I say no. They pull the Ethernet cable out of the router. That's how that worked. Like back then, that's how that worked.
So fucking frustrating, dude.
Yeah.
To like be able to do it. So, dude.
I mean, they still they still get me to do stuff. Like when the power went out at work and you saw me on my way home, I was like, yeah, I get the rest of the day off. Nope. I came home. There's 2 cords of wood just sitting in the lawn that we had to split, stack, and take into the backyard. We got done at 7. So it's like, even then, it's like, I still can't get out of stuff.
Yeah. So I feel like, like, feel like maybe it might be fun to like do like a first room challenge. We go and like, it could be like just me and you. You know, and that'd be so much easier.
Yeah.
And we can even go through every map if
you
I'm
want.
just saying, like, we could, like, I feel like that could be fun and then make that a series. And if we go through every just Treyarch Zombies maps, I think there's 49. So like if we put out 1 a week, it'd take a year to get through them all.
Jesus.
And that's not even including like and the other games.
Yeah, that's not like Infinite Warfare or World War II.
Or Infinite.
That's not.
Or
Advanced. That's not. What's the other one they put out?
Just
Vanguard.
Vanguard is Treyarch.
They're Sledgehammer.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah. Shark's coming up.
Well, so I was talking to Ryan. He said
Black Ops 5.
I was talking to Ryan, and he was like, he's like, Vanguard Zombies is the worst experience of my life.
Yo,
I hate it.
I haven't
like,
seen
it's fucking terrible.
Anything on it. Literally anything.
Everybody hates it. Nobody likes it. Everybody fucking hates.
Well, everybody said they hated World War II Zombies. I genuinely liked it.
Yeah, we only ever played the first map, or I only ever did. But I love that. I think I
played the second map twice.
That first map was great, dude. That was a good map.
Underrated zombies, honestly.
I love that.
Everybody
and
just wanted to hate.
And Infinite Warfare. I like the first map for that. That was great.
The story for that, like how they set everything up, how it constantly changed maps, really like that one too. You know, it completely flipped everything on its head. It was great. But yeah, I mean, if that's something you want to do, we could definitely try to look into doing it.
Yeah, I think that'd be
pretty
fun. Yeah, and then it could be just me and you, not trying to coordinate with 4 other people.
Yeah.
But also, if we wanted to like, we go through do like every Easter egg or something like that.
That's gonna be rough because some of them we need 4 people.
Yeah, and then the 4 like we get like. See, this is the only other thing is like we could do that. I was thinking of that. but we could do that. But it would have to be like Kenny and Ryan, like they could do it. But the problem is, the only weird thing is that they both work at 3 a.m, so they like gotta go to bed by like 8.
Yo, that's also going to be a problem because I'm also going to be shifting to a night shift when I get my new job.
Well, we don't gotta worry about that, right? I'm just talking about right now. Like, worrying about
Well,
it
it's
right
probably going to be in like June.
Yeah.
So it's going to be after. It's going to be probably after the wedding, but before I move. So
then
moving on,
we'll
doesn't
see.
matter.
But yeah, like that's in the future. I'm just talking about just right now. You know.
Yeah.
Which we could like that is fine. It's like we could figure that out still. Like it could be like on a day that I have off.
Yeah.
And
it could be on like a Wednesday at noon.
Yeah, and like I guarantee you, Ryan, at least Ryan, it definitely will like totally be down for like. I was talking to him about. I was like, I've been watching zombie videos. He's like, dude, he's like, you want to play like zombies? He's like, I will play zombies with you any day.
Yeah.
He's like, ever. And when I ask, the problem is you just got like he tries to go in bed by like at least 10.
Yeah.
But they work at 4, but they all like wake up at 3 because Joe. So my brother. And Ryan, my god brother, and Kenny, my brother, they all work together at the same Walmart at the 4 a.m. shift.
I thought they worked at Target.
That's what I said.
Yep. Not Walmart, Target.
Yeah.
Target.
I like we're on the YouTube one we're supposed to be talking about. But this is YouTube. We're talking about
yeah, it's also plans.
Yeah,
like,
and I feel like that could be really
it's our episode. Fuck it. We can talk about whatever we want.
Yeah. This is just for fun. Remember that? Dude, the hardest part is come up with names for dude. That's the hardest part about it.
It's super easy. You just gotta lower your standards.
Yeah, I named an episode of one of my food challenges. I was like, Brandon threw up after these goldfish. I thought I didn't know what to name it. I was like, that could be funny. I don't know. And multiple people were like, that's a shitty name. You should have come up with a better name. You know, they're like, why'd you name it this? You gotta come up with a more catchy name. I'm like, it's hard.
Hey, when it's your YouTube channel, you could do it.
Dude, that's what I say about with the microphones or whatever, because it's like it's like when we were playing board game, when we were doing like Couch of Champions or Retro Show, and I turned off the sound from the TV, and everybody, I don't really remember you saying it, but I remember like Flynn and Skylar and multiple other people would be like, why don't you figure out a way to have the TV sound on? I'm like, it's because they don't have real actual microphones. They're like, why don't you figure out a way to get to use the microphones? You fucking do it. It's fucking hard. Okay.
Or you give me the money to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Or you have to figure it out. I can't do it. It's hard.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I would have to like set all this stuff up. And like, the thing is like, you got to leave it set. Like the setting it all up and then taking it all down over and over again takes so long. And there's so many problems. If I can set it up and leave it there, maybe I can figure out how to do it. Okay.
Yeah. I remember our jank setup to play Infamous. How it was like 45 minutes to set everything up, and then we played for an hour, and then it was like 30 minutes to take it all back.
And then
down.
the footage gets corrupted.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, we're starting the game over on.
It's hard.
We made it 3 episodes.
I would still like to do that stuff, you know.
No.
But
hey, do you want to start over on Infamous?
No.
The game is so good.
And we have to like we either have to do it in here, or go to my mom's. And see, the thing is, like, I have to go to if I want to do like Couch of Champions, I have to go to my mom's and set everything up at my mom's.
Yeah.
I kind of just don't want to do that.
No, I get it. It makes sense.
We could I know you said no when I messaged
no
the next Star Fox game.
No. It was mostly because Star Fox Adventures is like a notoriously bad game.
Well, you don't have to play it. You just sit there and watch us play it and make fun of it. I could do that because we would film because I would be like, okay, we're gonna film for at least an
8
hour.
episodes. Yeah,
we're gonna film for it. I would want to try to film for 2 hours straight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where we get multiple episodes. But if we do Couch of Champions, we'll film 1, maybe 2. You know what I mean? And I set everything up on my mom's,
just takes
and then
longer.
I have to set it all down. Yeah, and it also takes longer. If we would just set it up and we just sit down, we just start going, we could probably film for 2 hours to get 8 episodes.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to try to buy some stuff to start streaming just straight from the PlayStation. No cameras or microphones or anything.
I don't know. I could. The problem is I need a micro
I'm just gonna use this.
I need like a microphone.
I'm gonna get a new set, but I'm just using my mic.
Or it was trying to figure out a way to have a microphone for the computer and stream through the computer, but still talk to people playing on my PlayStation. Which is really hard. From what I've figured out, is I basically have to have 2 headsets.
I've seen streamers do it before. We can talk about it later, but I've seen streamers where they basically just like are on a Discord call and they just mute themselves when they're talking to the camera and then unmute themselves when they're talking in chat.
I mean, we could do that with Discord, but the problem is like if I play with Gabe and Jake, and it's like then they would have to
get on Discord,
a microphone up the Discord, and they also don't want to do that.
Yeah,
they're like kind of mention it. And they're like, no.
Well, honestly, it's mostly just like take your gaming headset, plug it into your phone. That's it. I mean, I get.
Well, from what anyways, from what I figured out is I kind of have to have. I have to have this. I could get a microphone. The problem is I don't want to get a microphone. Like it's hard.
Yeah.
So I could do that. I did a test stream where I had a different headset, this headset on, and this was plugged into my controller, and that was going through my PlayStation, and then the sound from that was coming into the Elgato, and then I was using this, and then I had it, and I was using the microphone to talk to the people. So I had like two microphones. It's basically what I was doing. So I could do that, and I feel like I should just start. Like I have stuff to stream, and I just have to like sit down and do it. And I don't really know why I haven't. Skyla wants me to. She like brings it up sometimes. She's like, "Why don't you just start doing it?" Just do it.
Yeah, I hear that's a lot of like one of the tips is like if you want to get into something, just do it. It's not gonna be great. Your first thing isn't gonna get a million views.
I should just do it.
I should
just do it and just start like streaming just by myself for fun.
Well, I wanted to just because I had the idea. I keep seeing people doing like these 100-day challenges or whatever. I wanted to just pick a random map on Arc that I haven't tried out and just stream the whole thing.
Yeah, just like for fun, even just for yourself, and like it'll all get recorded, and then you can even put it on a YouTube that like it could even be unlisted, just for yourself. Like if I did that, I wouldn't put it on this YouTube channel. I'd probably make another one, and it'd be kind of basically just for me. Like maybe I would connect them.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't really promote it or like try and get people to watch that or post that stuff on my Facebook because I post all these videos on my Facebook. It's mostly I think kind of for friends that are on Facebook, and also my mom watches. I think she watched this one.
Hi.
The last one. And maybe my grandma. I should call my grandma really.
Hi.
Because she liked when we were doing the podcast before. She watched all those.
Oh, nice.
So I think if I told her like I'm doing that again, and then maybe she might watch it too, but I'd have to put that, and we couldn't do that in YouTube. I'd have to do that on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's why I post all these pictures, stuff on Facebook so people watch. But if I did
Kyle
that,
watched it, so I mean that's a
really?
plus. Yeah. Yeah, he's like, "Oh, would you guys record this?" Or like, you guys, that's all you guys post on. I was like, "That's all him. I just show it look pretty," and I failed the second part of that.
All right. So let's move on. Let's get to that. Yeah. Let's move on. Okay. The next thing I have on a Switch. You watch anything on Twitch? I've watched anything. I've watched nothing.
I was watching a friend stream Minecraft on a realm when we were playing. They were just showing it off to their friends, and I jumped in, and they were like, "Hey, do you remember where this was? Or do you remember doing that?" It's like an hour. It was pretty fun. That's one of the reasons why
you got other friends.
A few, yeah. They're not important though. They're not gonna watch this, so I can talk shit about them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They all
pieces of garbage. Yeah.
I want to watch. Like I said before, I want to watch.
To be fair, they might watch.
But I'm just never on the computer. Like if I'm on the, if I'm going to watch something, I'm like I might as well watch like a movie. Like I like probably 100 movies on my multiple streaming platforms that I want to watch. You know what I mean? And then I pick like a random ass movie, like the random Bruce Willis movie came out last year, instead of like these 100 movies I have in my different list that I want to watch.
Yeah.
Why do you do that? Why do I do that?
Who knows, man? Honestly, like I said last time, it's like if you want to start watching more streamers, just when you're getting ready to play a game. Like I know you're trying to play Apex with Jake and Gabe, but like why not throw something on while you're queuing?
Yeah, I usually watch random YouTube videos.
Yeah.
But I should.
Yeah.
Like I remember I mentioned this last time. The problem is that I just don't like anybody on Twitch. Hardly anybody.
True. It makes sense. There's a
I'll
lot
try
of
and click on random
crummy
videos, and I'm like,
people.
I don't like this guy. Like this guy's not, or this
Yeah.
guy doesn't draw me into music.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen to any. Oh.
No, go ahead.
Listen to any new music. I listen to no new music. Anything interesting?
Interesting? Not really. I got Tom's Diner stuck in my head. It's that new TikTok song. It's that cover. It's pretty good. You should watch it. Great.
Send me.
Great video. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you finish Frankenstein? That's a no.
No.
Did you read any more of it
still in
from
my
the past 2
backpack.
weeks?
No, not really. I've just been dealing with a lot and had to clean the room up and everything. Had to move some stuff.
You have a deal.
And I just stacked all my books in a spot to get them out of the way. Rearranged the room. Spent probably like 8 hours doing that yesterday. So fingers crossed I can get the feng shui back into, a more comfortable level so I can actually start doing stuff. I can finally sit in my chair. Funny enough, not sitting in the chair right now. I got my dirty clothes sitting on it, so I got to take care of that. But honestly, I want to get back into reading. I have everything set up. All I got to do is just do it.
Just do it.
Just
do it.
Just do it. I can't because it'll just shake everything.
Hey, going back to YouTube for a second. Just before we started this, like for the 20 minutes before we started this, half hour before we started this, I was watching a compilation of Hot Ones clips.
Great show,
dude. I never watched the show. I just watch a bunch of compilations, dude.
Seriously, like find some people you
yeah, no, I've watched shows
Shaq
before.
is great. Idris Elba,
so
great.
funny, dude.
Gordon Ramsay,
like,
great.
Shia
LaBeouf.
They're always like,
great.
you're a bitch, dude.
Joey Diaz, great. Yeah, some of them are awesome. Gary V's another good one. Gary V, you'll learn some shit watching Gary V's. Honestly.
Right. Okay, so now on to our indie game club. So what we watched. So I know Skyla's gonna watch this. Skyla, please don't watch this end of this part because I want you to play What Remains of Edith Finch. I really want her to play it. I think she would love it. What?
Most of it.
Did you tell her? Okay.
I did not.
Skyla, right now, you're gonna be in trouble. Turn this off. Don't listen to any more of this. You have to play that game.
Or just mute it and then we'll like do the little thing when it's spoilers are over. Yeah.
No, just stop.
Okay.
If she really wants to see the very end, I'll queue it up on my phone and I'll let her watch the last.
Got it.
When we're done with this. Okay. So What Remains of Edith Finch is the game that we played. The indie game that we played. To me, it's probably my favorite indie game I've ever played. I love it. I think it's so good. It's fantastic. Tells a great story. Really tries to hit you emotionally. Okay, it's the kind of game where like you got to sit down and you got to turn the lights off and you got to just play it all the way through. You can't like stop. You just sit down, turn the lights off, have people leave you alone for an hour and a half, and you just play through the whole thing. That's how I feel. And if you do that, you'll love it. Now, Nick, you hated the ending, but did you like the entire game all the way up until the end?
I liked how. Am I allowed to spoil this?
Yeah, we're full spoils.
Okay.
That's why I told Skyla to turn away. Full spoils.
I liked how every individual story was a totally different way to play the game.
Yeah.
It was it's basically a collection of mini games that tell a story. And it's a great combination because it's like getting it's almost like TikTok skits. Where it's like you get something, you enjoy it, you're moving on, and then you find something immediately after that's also enjoyable, but in a different way. So it keeps you roped in. And honestly, not intentionally doing it, I did just sit here, turn off the lights, and then start to finish the game.
That's what you got to do with that game. That's what you got to do.
And I think I was on the phone for like half of it, and I was going through, and I was like, "Oh, this is fun. Oh, this is this thing's great," or how they're doing that is it's great. It's awesome. But like figuring out the story or like listening to everyone's separate tale, it's like, okay, I get why they say that they're like cursed or something. Like it sucks being in this family. But outside of that curse, it's like this is just a regular family with problems. And they just have bad luck solving the problems. And it keeps you asking questions. Like some of them are ambiguous or some of them are like completely like really blatant. I know. But it leaves you with more questions in a good way. And you almost want not quite like a sequel, but you want to follow up on it.
Yeah, but but like they shouldn't.
Don't
You
don't
want to,
touch
but
don't yeah.
they absolutely need to not touch us
Yeah.
ever. But you kind of
Yeah.
want there to be something else. I
Yeah.
wanted there to be more family members, but I know if there was
Yeah.
more, I would have gotten tired of it or something, or I would have
Yeah.
gotten
It would have gotten
desensitized.
stale. Yeah.
But I want more. That means it's a great game.
It
That's
is,
a
yeah.
fantastic. When you want more, but there shouldn't be more, then it's a great.
The
That's the sign of a fantastic game.
if the worst thing you can say about it is there isn't enough of it, it's phenomenal. Because I mean, I didn't like the ending because personally I don't like those kinds of endings. It's and I swear, like I don't know how I didn't see it coming sooner. Like it clues you in really early.
Rewatching it, you can figure it out like very early on.
Very like incredibly title screen. You can figure out what's gonna happen.
Like the first time I know it. Okay, so full spoilers. Turns out Edith was dead the whole time, and you're actually her son going through the whole thing. Which from the very beginning, it's her telling somebody else the story, and you're reading her telling you that story. So if you think about it, it doesn't make any sense that she would be writing it, that you would be her. It doesn't make any sense. So in the very first like line, once you replay it, you're like, oh, it's obviously not her.
And the title card shows up, and it's literally what remains of Edith Finch.
Yeah,
her son. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what remains. It's like, how did I
duh.
not?
It's like duh.
It's so stupid.
Okay,
oh my god.
So you
and I hated it, but it.
But was the rest of it great though?
The rest of it was great. I like the stories. I like how there was an order to it. Like you technically could skip around. Yeah. I think one of them is mandatory, but
you could skip all of them.
Heck no, you can't skip all of them.
No, you can't skip the first one.
Which one's the first one?
The little girl.
You can skip the little girl.
I don't think so because you have to get out the window.
I believe you just open the window.
Oh, I think maybe you're right.
The one you can't skip is, I think her name's, I don't want to say it's Brittany.
You can't skip the grandma, I don't think, because you just start doing that. I don't remember.
It's the child actress, because there's the key in the music box you can't access. Yeah. So you have to do that one. But other than that, it's like there should be technically
there isn't, but there should be a trophy for getting through the whole game and just doing that one.
That would be nice, yeah. But going through it's like if you play the story throughout, like just as it progresses, as it comes to you, it builds on other characters, or they'll mention characters and then they'll reference back to the stuff that they brought up in other sections. Like I think it's George the baby. They bring up later down the road, it's like, oh, I'm sorry this happened. And then it comes up in the level. And it's like, okay, they're closing doors behind you, but they're opening others, literally, in some parts. And it makes sense as you progress. And it doesn't get stale doing it. I think they keep the focus the entire time. Like they had almost like a mission statement. It's like everything needs to follow this path. And it's a great game. I just hated the ending. Like that's the only thing. It's like it's not even a bad ending.
What do you think? Which was either your favorite story or the one that stuck out to you the most?
The one that stuck out to me the most was the little girls.
Dude, that one fucked me up more than any of them. That one made me feel more than the baby. Because to me, the baby, it felt like that one was like It felt like this. It felt like
It felt
soft.
whimsical.
It
Yeah.
felt whimsical, where it's like he's dying, but he's happy. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Like he's happy.
I think it's the whole
But
ignorance.
the little girl,
bliss.
that to me, that she seemed like, I don't know. The baby seemed whimsical. Like he was dying, but
Yeah.
he was really happy as he was dying. He was
It
dreaming.
didn't leave any
But
questions.
for her, it was like she's falling. She's like dying. Like she's falling asleep, and she knows
Yeah.
she's dying.
Yeah. Well, wait, which one are we talking about?
The little girl, the first story. She eats the
one
berries.
with the animals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, it's like, I think it stuck out to me the most because it was so different than the rest.
And it was so
like
different.
It let you do so much that was just.
Let you do it. None of the other ones you can do anything in any of the other ones. You can't do anything in any other. That's like, see, they're all different. The baby you could jump, but you couldn't like do, you know.
You couldn't do anything. Yeah.
You just jump.
But
you're just jumping. A frog is jumping. You know what I mean?
It was the one that made me ask myself the most questions. Like, well, what happened?
I couldn't figure out what. I had to look it up. I didn't understand.
Did you
I look it up? Did you figure it out?
I started to look it up and I was like, let me finish the game, and I just never got back to it, and I just didn't want to touch it. So I think I'm gonna try to Google it later and figure it out later.
I'm going to tell you
if you want.
So you're going around eating things.
Yeah.
One of the things you eat is these
mistletoe, right? Yeah.
Mistletoe berries, and that's poisonous, and that killed her.
That's what I was thinking.
Because her parents sent her to room without dinner.
Yeah.
She ate that and she died. Dude, imagine like.
Yeah. I mean, same with the baby. Like.
Yeah, you leave the fucking room because you were arguing with your goddamn fucking husband.
I don't even think they were arguing.
They were talking about divorce. I don't know if they were like arguing. But
no, I thought they got divorced after. It doesn't matter. He
sent divorce papers to her.
Yeah.
She's like, I got the divorce papers. She's like, don't be like that. Okay, so maybe they were like arguing. They were like having a rough discussion or whatever. And then she walked away.
I'd have to go back and play it.
Dies.
Yeah.
I would say maybe play it again. I waited like 6 months or like a year before I played it again. And I feel like maybe that was too long.
I still have like 2 or 3 trophies to get in there.
I went back and got all the trophies.
I think I'm gonna just do that. Do a playthrough to do that.
Yeah.
I think I'm missing.
I didn't look through a single peephole the entire first playthrough. I didn't really understand that. And then I looked at the trophy. I was like, oh.
And well, because they mention it in the game.
But I just didn't do it. I just didn't do it.
Never got around to it. Yeah.
And also, there's one where you have to go through both paths. I think you have to do that take both paths to the house. You just have to do that
immediately. Did that.
You just have to do that at once. Like, so
immediately. Yeah.
You can't like restart it. You have to do it just like do it twice. Yeah, I didn't do that.
I literally took one pass and then walked back the other way, got a trophy. I was like, good thing I did that, and then walked back and started progressing.
Do you remember? Can you remember what any of the other trophies you didn't get?
I got the trophy for picking up the rabbits.
I didn't do that first try. I fucked up.
I didn't do it first try, but I remember.
Wait, there's like 3 trophies in that one, and you just have to go back and just redo it. It's like easy.
Yeah, I went back and did them. I think it's.
And there's one more for the baby. Birds. For the baby, you have to knock over all the letters, I think.
I got that one. I let the guy finish the song. And
there's one where you knock over all the pool.
Yeah, balls. I didn't realize.
Yeah,
I didn't realize you had to do that in the story. I thought you could just walk up and down. I was like, "There's no balls on the table." So I looked up. I was like, "Is there?"
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
there's no balls. What do I do?
Yeah, and I remember she got the crutch, so I was like, "Oh, makes sense."
That one was also kind of
weird. Not gonna lie,
right?
Kind of creepy because I didn't know what kind of game it was gonna be yet. So I was like, "Am I gonna get like jump scared or?"
That one was kind of creepy, right? Because it's like, how did
she die?
It's like the story is her boyfriend just killed her and then ran away. That I guess that's what happened, and that comic was just made up. But it's like, is that what happened? Like, it doesn't really tell you.
Also, it's like
she just died. She was just dead in her house, and her boyfriend disappeared. So it's like,
what happened?
Was she killed by? Did something else happen?
Yeah.
Or did her boyfriend kill her and disappear?
One of the things about that comic is like it tells you about the key to get into the basement. Who knows about that? Like, did one of her family members write that comic?
That's what I'm confused about. That's like, I don't understand that. Yeah.
Or did her boyfriend write the comic because he knew? and it's like something else happened, and he's just like, I'm gonna get away from her and just, whatever. And the comic just says or
That's
implies
what I was
he
thinking. That's
killed
what I
her.
didn't like
Like
understand about it. Yeah,
you ask questions and they don't answer. It keeps you coming back
I
to
like
it.
that. But okay, so you know how her Edith's little brother, I forget his name, disappeared
Disappears.
one day?
Yeah,
So there's a game called The Unfinished Swan,
I did
and there's a
not.
character in that game
Uh-huh.
that is a painter,
Uh-huh.
okay? And that's the same character. That's the same, and that
So it's
is
like
her little
this
brother
is
from Edith Finch.
okay. That's
So
I
I
guess I
haven't
got a new
played that
game I
game.
gotta
I
get.
really want to play it, but I think I had to buy it, and I didn't want to buy it. I think,
Yeah.
but
I think I'll get it.
but I really want to play that too. Yeah, and like people were, because I think Unfinished Swan came out first, and then Edith Finch came out later, and people were like, "Is this the same character?"
Yeah.
And they came out and
Yeah.
said, "Same exact character."
Yeah. Well, because he has like a mysterious
Yeah, so, and
disappearance.
I think the Unfinished Swan is just like somebody. I think it's Unfinished Swan.
Huh.
And if you go to Wikipedia, it'll tell you. And
Yeah.
he's just like, that's like in a forest somewhere.
Yeah. So like it implies he just mysteriously disappeared one day, but he has like a scrapbook or something or a flip book that says like he was a magical painter
Yeah.
who opened a portal, went through it, and it closed behind him. Or a magical door. And they just never found his body. And it's like, what? Like,
Although the one that I thought was really dumb was the
uh-huh.
guy in like the
Don't say the
basement the whole
basement.
time.
Dang it.
That
I
was
was gonna say,
so
don't say
stupid. I thought it was so dumb.
it was great. Well,
That was terrible. It was so
there's a
stupid.
reoccurring theme with like mental health with a
Yeah,
lot of the
I know. I
characters.
just thought it was so dumb, dude.
And it's like
I was like, for like 50 years, he's just underneath the fucking house.
yeah.
That's so
And it's like
stupid.
no one knows.
Yeah, no one
Also,
knows,
he doesn't know what a train is.
and he has like nowhere to go. But then why did he have a gravestone if nobody knew he was there, right?
Well, she says it's like no one knew he was down there except for grandma when we found his body, They
And then
talk
and then
about like
also
they
when
discovered him.
there was like a train, and I'm like, where the fuck is there a train? Wait,
Yeah.
that's I didn't
Why is there
understand.
a
That part was
train like
yeah. I
cutting
was like,
under their house?
why is there a random ass train right here on like the edge of a cliff right by this house? That like doesn't make any sense, dude.
Yeah. It's just
That one I didn't like, but all the rest I liked.
I like that like a lot of it was like a mental internal struggle for him for his story. And then when he finally like accepted it, it's like, okay, light at the end of the tunnel, he's got the courage now. It's like, oh, and train. So it's like,
If you think about
we're
it,
gonna go
not
to
a
this whimsical
lot,
side.
I mean, a good amount of them died young, but they didn't all die young as shit, you know?
No, there was like
Grandma lived to be hella
4.
old. Grandpa lived to be hella old.
Honestly, there was like 4 that died young.
Yeah,
Out of
Edith's
9.
grandpa, mom's dad lived to be hella old. That one was fucked up, dude. Like the deer fucking killed him. I was like, oh my god, dude.
Honestly, did not. I mean, I didn't see that coming, but I saw something.
I saw it coming after they went up to the deer, and I was like, he's gonna great.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, I saw him like sitting next to him. I was like, I don't want to take this picture.
Yeah, he's gonna die. Okay, but how would you rank it out of 10?
Out of 10, 9.
I give it a 10. It's my favorite indie game, dude.
I think it left me with too many questions, and I know there isn't answers, and that's something I personally don't like. I was like, if there's a question, I want an answer. I can leave it to my own imagination, but that whole game is like, oh, most of it's to your imagination.
Yeah.
Like her older brother, that one wrapped itself up pretty nicely, and it was really sad because you can tell
that was long, dude. Yeah.
It was long, but it was like you could tell that one messed with her.
I like the music in that one, dude. They're like the crescendo is getting louder and louder, and it's like the story is so fantastic. And I remember I'm all about this, dude. This is great.
I didn't pay attention to like the first half of it because trophies were popping, and I was like, "There's got to be a trophy for this fish thing."
I kept
There's
thinking,
gotta be.
I know, dude. I'm like shoving them
I was
over
like,
as
there's
fast as
gotta
I
be.
possibly
There's
can.
gotta be
I'm like, there's gotta be 100. You gotta get 100. Or I was like,
something, yeah.
there's nothing. There's nothing. It's bullshit.
Or it's like you didn't let the fish pile up, or something. And then after, I was like, there's no trophy for this. I just sat there and
So,
wasted
I'm like,
so much
using
time.
my thumb. Like,
Yo, it was like eyes were all getting crossed and stuff, and I was like, just move the fish, move the maze, move the fish, move the maze. I was like, oh.
okay, so we both made great game. All
I
right,
genuinely liked it. I genuinely
so
liked it.
what should be the next game we should play? The next game I was thinking of is honestly, we're just gonna go through all the free ones on PlayStation Plus first before we like buy any other.
Yeah.
Is Gone Home? You played that one?
No, I don't think I have.
Okay, let's do Gone Home.
That
one's short. That one's short too. It's like
okay.
Take like an hour. It's like shorter than this one.
Okay.
So let's do that one next. That one's really good. And then
I'll probably end up playing it tomorrow.
Okay, and then talk about it 2 weeks later.
Sure. I mean, I'll probably play it a few times to get a good understanding of it.
Yes,
I played Edith Finch once, and I was like, I'm gonna go back for the trophies now.
Yeah, but Gone Home is like easy to go back for trophies.
Okay.
So let's do that one next, and then I'll play through it again too. I already played it twice, but I'll do it again. It's short. Like I said, it's short. And if you know this story, you can go through it so quick.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a look to see if there's one that you have. It's one that I've played before. It's like a top-down game. It's really fun, but it's also one of those games that has like a lot of replayability, which also means it's kind of long. I think we've talked about it before, but I'll go deeper on it later.
Okay. So next one is we Gone Home. So you at home, if you want to follow along, Gone Home, play it, and we'll talk about it in 2 weeks. Okay,
yeah,
so
leave it in the comments.
So So to wrap this up, anything miscellaneous that we didn't talk about that you wanted to talk about? Anything
not
new,
off the top of my head.
Form of media that I couldn't think of.
Not off the top of my head. I was given permission to buy Nerf guns when I move. That's gonna be fun.
I'm gonna buy Nerf guns for my kids. You're like, for me,
just for me, just for me. I'm just buying Nerf guns.
Dude, so
gonna come home
friends
and
friends from my old job. This one guy, Luis, he told me that he was like, and my old boss stuff. They said they were like, we had a Nerf gun fight at the owner's house, and they were like, all the kids, like 6 kids versus like 4 adults, and they're just like with like thousands of things and just like going fucking nuts. And he was like, they were like literally running and diving, like do. And I was like, that's the fucking dream, dude.
Yeah.
Like my dad, he's like, here's one Nerf gun with 10 fucking pellets. Have fun with you 3. I'm like that.
Each other,
like you gotta get like
share.
You gotta get like 10 of these and like 1,000 rounds, and then we can have fun. And then you gotta fucking pick them all up one by one.
No. You so those little yellow ball ones, the ones that look like
you want to get those
spongy golf balls. I saw a guy who modifies his to take power tool batteries. They just shoot faster. It's not really like a damage thing. But he has one of those like golf ball collectors, or like a walnut collector.
Yeah. I've seen.
And I'm like, yo, that's genius.
I've seen stuff like that. Yeah.
That's smart. Because he has those things spitting out like 1,000 of those little balls. So he's like, cleanup's 3 minutes. Just roll this thing around.
Me and Skyla talking about we want to do that with our kids. We got to get
those things aren't cheap either.
Yeah, I know, that's the problem.
That's
the problem. Now you get there.
It's like $20 for a Nerf gun. It's like, all right, I can buy a game and lunch.
And you got to get water guns. And I'm gonna try and get water guns for him. Like we never like had a little bit of water gun fight, but like. Like if you gotta get 10 of those, you gotta get like a bunch of those and have friends over, but give your kids friends over and just like have them go nuts with water. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
That's like the dream. That's like what you want to do, man. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
At least when I was a kid, like
you also gotta have a yard for it though. Front or back, doesn't matter.
I want to have a pool. Skyla's scared of pools because she's scared of the kid of our kid drowning in it.
She's afraid of somebody Georging it. Is that gonna be a thing? Can we make that a thing? We're gonna make that
No,
a
I'm
thing.
not.
George in
No,
it. George in
I'm
it.
just, dude. Honestly, since we were talking about zombies, I just thought of George Romero, and I was like, because he's in the frozen pool.
Yo, I kind of miss playing that map. It's so good.
Hey,
Speaking of zombies, NGT Zombies is back. Should have brought that back around. He streams every day.
every day.
I think, yeah,
Yeah,
he
hey,
streams for
so
like an hour.
how
Yeah,
how can I? You see, so like
go
I
for it.
remember we were talking with Kenny or whatever, and we were mentioning when I moved, you were mentioning like watching people discover the Easter egg for the first time.
Uh,
Do you have a video of that how I could find that? Because I want to watch that. But
oh,
I don't know
like
how to find that video. I was like, I posted when you do. I was like, first time Easter egg. I was like discovering
no.
Easter egg. I'm like, what do I do? Like, how do I
So
find
like
this?
when we were, I don't know if you want to cut this or not. When we were doing it, we were watching it live as it was happening, or like since
We
it
did that like
was
1 or 2
staggered
times, right?
releases. Yeah, since it was staggered releases, like Xbox would come out with a map, and then we'd have a month before it came to us. A lot of people hated it. I loved it because I could figure out the map before I started playing it. You just have to find a channel or uh whoever, a streamer or whatever, and type in a map and then like Easter egg hunt.
But who?
Anyone really. I mean, NGT Zombies did it.
Like so could I go
Noah
to NG?
J456 did it. Mr. T Laxify did it.
Could I go to NGT Zombies and type in?
NGT Zombies Origin Easter egg.
How'd you know I was typing in Origins?
Because
How'd you
Origins
know
is
I
one
was
of
typing Origins, dude? You no way.
because that's our
I
map,
put an
dude.
ORI.
Origins. Yeah, I watched them do it live. I watched them find the Easter egg live, and it took them like 9.5 hours. They took a 4-hour break for sleep or 3-hour break for sleep, and somebody was in the map with their finger on the button, holding a zombie in a window while the rest of the team was sleeping. It's like they had to sleep in shifts, and I was like, they wanted to be world first. You gotta have that dedication. But yeah, just
I
like
don't. Or maybe I could if
yeah.
we got a bunch of money.
Yeah.
We were rich.
Honestly, if you're watching the map as it's live when it first comes out, so much more interesting. Like even the downtime, it's like at any moment they could just click on something and find something in the map because no one knows. Watching it back, it's like, well, you just passed part of the Easter egg and you don't know that for another 4.5 hours. Maybe you'll bring it back around. So they might have like a 9-hour stream that they put out, or they might have like an hour-long segment of it. If you want me to find something for you, I can send it to you. But
I watched this random videos, one of these, and this guy
Mhm.
just a couple days ago, let's see if I can find it, found an Easter egg in the Darkest Shore. It was a World War II zombies map, and he just found an Easter egg, a new Easter egg nobody ever found, and he found it 2 weeks ago. And I don't know what it is, but it's right here. Upgraded Jack in the Box Easter egg. And he just found it that nobody else had found from like
well,
2 weeks ago.
A lot of those, they would throw in subtle Easter eggs on the side that were meant to just kind of throw them off the trail. Yeah, there was a handful where it's like you have to do this to, upgrade whatever special grenade or get this free thing. Like Origins, you got a free pack-a-punched LMG if you just took the Maxis drone and collected something. And a lot of people for a while, like hours in that hunt, thought that was part of the Easter egg. It wasn't. It's just a free thing, but it threw them off the trail.
You imagine like not finding it for the first time. Imagine creating that.
Exactly.
Creating the Easter egg, and then you're like, how can we fuck with people?
Exactly.
How do we fuck them up, dude?
No. If you want to see a map that really fucks with people, look at Buried. Because one of them, you have to like start the Easter egg, get to a step, realize you failed, start the Easter egg over. And it's like fuck all the way off. It's buried was such a great Easter egg that frustrated people so
I
bad.
never got to do it. You guys did it without me, and then nobody ever wanted to do it again with me.
My bad.
You should-
Honestly, I still tell people it's like, I mean, especially people who knew we did that Easter egg. I told everybody else, it's like, I'll take this set of targets only because there's more targets. They didn't know it's because it's the easiest set of targets, and I was terrible at the game. Like one of them, I think it was the mansion set.
That's
has, I think,
awesome. You're like, oh, I'll do
28.
this one, I guess.
Everything
you guys
else is
figure the
like
rest out.
24, 26, 27. This one has 20. It's like, I got more targets. I'll take care of it. It's like they're all in like a tight spot, so I just gotta like, yeah. It's like super
That's awesome,
easy.
dude. I saw watch a little footage. They're like,
Yeah,
this is hard.
some of that's great. Yeah, I'll see if I can find them figuring out the buried Easter egg. That one's a great one to watch because they got so pissed.
Yeah. So we're almost done. We're about to wrap up, but one thing I want to say is like, so when it comes to like filming, like if we did, film through and like do all the Easter eggs or something like that, which would probably take us honestly like years to do at the rate that we would do it,
Yeah, because some of them was like,
time.
depending on where we start, we'd have to buy games, we'd have to buy DLC packs no one's fucking using anymore. If we went back and did like Advanced Warfare, please say we're not going to, but if we did,
we could.
Are we gonna bust out PS3s and do it on there, or are we gonna have to buy the game, buy the DLC for PS4?
We could get through all the ones we have.
Yeah,
and
of
then
course.
like, you want to go back and do these or for fun, or
I'm totally game going through and like buying the older games. My problem is if we go through and do like Black Ops 4, I'm not gonna want to go back to like Black Ops 2 to do an Easter egg. Like progressing forward is fine. I don't care where we start.
Well, no, we would go through in order.
Okay.
I kind of want to do. I feel like what could be really easy and fun is doing your first room challenge. We could do it on every single, at least Treyarch game. We do every single Treyarch game. Me and you, we're just gonna stay in the first room as long as we possibly can, and that could be, like I said, 50 videos. You know what I mean? And that'd be really easy to film. So I kind of want to do that. It could be fun. And then like, if we wanted to like go through do the Easter eggs, then I would want to do
Moon is gonna suck.
I mean,
sorry.
Like if we wanted to do that, go through all the Easter eggs, it'd probably be best with
4.
I know it's just I was thinking, I was like, we'd have like Kenny carry us through all the Easter eggs, but the problem with that is like, if it's from my perspective and I'm filming it, like, I gotta do stuff. Like I was always the guy who would just run around and carry the crawler while you guys did all the Easter eggs, and like I'm fine with that because like that's too much work. You know what I mean? But if we were to film it, then I would have to have an active part. In all the Easter eggs, I don't have to be the main guy. I don't have to be the main, but I gotta be one of the main guys. I can't run around and hold it up. Yeah, I can't run around, hold a crawler while you guys doing the Easter egg. That's gonna be terrible content.
Well, we can sit down and set up rules where it's like we're not holding anything for too long, because if that's the case, it's like, well, we're trying to figure out steps. We could be there for an hour. How long is this video going to be? If it takes us 3 hours,
those would probably be highly edited, and I wouldn't put it out in one big thing. I would like edit it and just put in.
Even if it's just in like parts, it's like this is round 1 to 6, or this is round 7 to 9.
That's a lot of work you just mentioned right there.
Yeah. If it's like, even if we just say it's like, this is the first 20 minutes, this is the next 20 minutes. Like if we cut it off even at a timestamp, even if it's the middle of round, if it's 3 hours, that's a lot of parts.
I was thinking I'll just make it like one part and just edit the shit out of it.
We could do that. I mean, it could still be 45 minutes, even if we trim as much as we can. You're gonna have to cut down 3 hours to 45 minutes.
That'd be like see, that I wouldn't like, let's try and go all in like right now this week, do it through all that, because that'd be a lot of work. That would, like, if we were to do the Easter egg, I'm not saying like let's try to do it, but like if we were to do that, then that would be more of like a slow process to try to do that. And then also,
I think
if we
Go
would
ahead.
if we needed like 4 people for them, like the transit one, like right? You don't
Mhm.
need 4 people, but it's like you need 4 people, you know.
Yeah,
And buried, right?
yeah.
And other ones. I'm trying to think of other ones. And
No, you don't need it for Origins.
um
You don't need it for Die Rise.
not
Not Mob.
no. What's before Black Ops 1 map? Shangri-La, right? Don't you need 4 for that one?
Yes.
You need 4 for that one, right?
Because you need the steps. You need the stepping stones.
So I feel like if they were easier ones, maybe the easier first few ones we could probably do. Some of
I
them.
think you can do like. I think the first one. There isn't one in Kino. There isn't one in any of the
We could do
War
Ascension.
maps.
Ascension's easy. I know Ascension's
I'd
easy.
say Ascension you could do one person.
So we
I
could do it like
think
we could do it
1 or
just me and
2.
you Ascension. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then if we let him do Shangri-La, we would need like 4 people, and then we were like, and then the later ones, I'm pretty sure you need like.
I think you could solo Moon. Things like that. But yeah, it's like we could always just spend a few days, run through the map, do our best to kind of like get familiar with the Easter egg, and then have them 2 come in. It's no big deal.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is like, well, I'm kind of thinking more of like Black Ops 3 ones and like Black Ops 4 ones. You know, I feel like I would have to watch a video. I would have to look up how to do it. I feel
we could
like
spend the time to do that.
yeah, I would like have to look up how to do it, and then somebody like Kenny could still lead, but I would have to like know how to do it. I don't like I was saying. I would have to be involved and not just
not
carry
just
the crawler
passive.
around. Just usually what I almost always did. And then when I would try to get involved, I would like maybe be a little slower, and then people would get like annoyed, figure it out like or whatever. And be like, whatever.
Well, we'll just like I said, we can always just run through a handful of the maps, or if we have a map we're focusing on, like Call of the Dead, which Easter egg's super easy.
Yeah,
we could just run the Easter egg 2 or 3 times, just try to figure it out, run the Easter egg 2 or 3 times, and then when it comes to time where we record it, at least we'll be proficient enough at it to not just be standing around. Like we can actually do some of the steps. Because I know none of them from start to finish.
yeah,
I know like bits and pieces. But
I remember like people you'd be like watching a video of how to do it, and like okay, hold the crawler.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you're
Let me
like
fast forward.
That'd be so annoying. Like,
I think I gotta do this. It's like, yeah.
Well,
no, we can make it work.
Yeah. Well, anyways, maybe. I mean, it's fucking late, dude. Oh my god.
I don't know. Tell me about it.
They're like, maybe tomorrow, we could try to a first room challenge, and if you wanted to.
In what?
Like we start from the beginning, like Knocked, and.
I mean, I gotta download games then.
You choose Chronicles.
I gotta download it.
Yeah.
I don't have the disc.
It's not a disc, so it's only downloadable.
Is it only downloadable? I thought you had to have the disc to load Black Ops 3.
Zombies Chronicles? No, Zombies Chronicles. Remember that was its own thing?
Nope.
You don't remember Zombies Chronicles is?
I thought you I remember Chronicles. I thought you had to go through Black Ops 3.
Isn't it just Chronicles? No.
No, Chronicles is DLC for 3.
No, it's its own thing.
I think it's its own. We'll figure it out after. We can end this. We can end this. We gotta end this.
Yeah.
You can put it in post.
This is long.
Like,
this is a
who
long
was
video.
right in post?
Maybe I'll cut out the whole end thing. We're just talking about YouTube stuff. That's kind of interesting. Maybe I'll leave it. Fuck it. I'm gonna leave it in. Fuck you.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm
tell us if
editing
you
out.
Stayed this late.
Yeah. The only thing I'm editing out is very. Did you see Flynn? Like Flynn watched the whole thing and he put a bunch of timestamps on the video. He commented like 5, 6 different times with timestamps of like what he was commenting about. Which I mean, I appreciated it. I didn't respond to any of them. I didn't respond to any of them, but I appreciated it.
Honestly, it's like if you're gonna leave a comment, at least like show us where.
Yeah, it feels
what it's relevant
it feels
to.
good. The people just watching us talk to each other and bullshit about like nothing, you know? It feels nice. Like Flynn watched Skyla. She was in like cleaning the room and she watched she put the entire thing, watched the entire thing.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, it feels kind of nice. Somebody's just watching the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, I'll definitely let Kyle know because I think you watched the other one.
If we want to put it on it, like I've said multiple times, if you stuck around this whole time, like I'm kind of telling people is just put this on in the background, put it on your pocket, put the headphones on. You don't have to watch this. We're just doing it just because.
Yeah.
It gives me something to look at. Like I feel like I would get distracted and look at my phone if we were just doing an audio.
Yeah.
I feel I would get distracted. I would be on my phone, and I don't want to be on my phone. I would be like just looking.
Yeah. Well, if you want to start streaming, we could always stream our practice runs of the Easter eggs.
Okay. All right,
Just to get it in there.
let's call it there.
Okay.
All right, guys, I'm gonna call it there. That was fun. Remember, Gone Home is our next. We'll be back in 2 weeks. With Gone Home. So I can edit this tonight so it can go out tomorrow because this is Sunday. So last one went out on Sunday. So I want this one to come out like real close.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna come out tomorrow. So we'll be back in 2 weeks. Probably on a Sunday.
Rip
We're
your
gonna probably
fucking sleep schedule.
we'll probably film it before then for 2 weeks. Well,
Mhm.
well, like I said, all I have to do is edit the beginning, and then I'm gonna.
In
leave
the
this
end,
whole
yeah.
thing.
Oh, okay.
And then
Where are you gonna put the blooper?
at the what?
Oh,
It's always at the
you
end.
said you only edit the beginning.
Take a blooper from. Remember, I left the room. I said say something funny. I hope you said something funny.
I didn't.
I'm calling here. Okay, guys.
You'll find out in a minute.
You shaft the marker, man. I
gotta poop.
Nice. Trying to. Oh, look.